afternoon. Hopefully everyone can hear me. How is it out there? Good. We are convened this afternoon for the purpose of witnessing the administration of the oath of office to Michael S. Lunas and celebrating as he begins work as a Lake County Superior Court judge. I wish to extend a hearty welcome to everyone, especially to Mike's wife, Diana, to the rest of his family and friends, and to everyone joining us today. Please relax and enjoy this ceremony and celebration. I don't think I have to encourage you to take pictures or videos. Whatever you want to take is perfectly acceptable and encouraged. Please allow me to make some introductions of all those in black robes in this courtroom. We've got quite a bit of judicial experience here. And I'll go ahead and start off to my immediate right, retired Judge Dick Freeborn. And immediately to his right, retired Judge Art Mann. And I am Lake County Judge Steve Hedstrom. And behind me and to my right is Lake County Commissioner Vince Lekowick. Lake County Judge Rick Martin to my far right. And Lake County Judge Andy Blum to my left. Last but not least is the person who made this all possible by not running for election, Judge Dave Herrick, who will administer the oath of office to Mike. Judge Herrick, as most everyone, perhaps everyone knows, is Mike's predecessor in Department 1. I also want to acknowledge the very professional and personable Lake County Superior Court staff, the support staff, and those of you who are here. I know you don't want to do this, but please stand. And I'll talk about them in a couple of minutes here. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to Mike Lunas, the newest member of the Lake County Superior Court bench. Along with Mike, the court family is inheriting Diana, his wife, and his children, Haley and Logan, and his stepson, Jared Hansen. We also welcome Mike's mother, Darlene Lunas, his mother-in-law, Helen Ellis, and his stepmother-in-law, Joyce Ellis, and his brother, Bill Lunas, to this happy occasion. And I suspect that Josh Hansen, Mike's much-loved stepson, is here with us as well. He was my wife Linda's favorite confirmation student at St. Mary's Parish. And Diana, at noon today, told me that she also knows that Mike's father-in-law, Wayne Ellis, and his father, Bill Lunas, are here with us as well. Judge Herrick is a tough act to follow. Nonetheless, Mike, you clearly have the intellect, the character, and the disposition to excel as a judge. Mike's mother, his wife, and family attest to that from years of first-hand experience. And as I got ready to make some comments about Mike, the more I learned, the more I felt very welcoming to have Mike as a part of this bench. He is going to be an outstanding addition to it. But Mike, maybe I should be lecturing you instead of welcoming you. Do you realize what you've done? You've requested to become a Superior Court judge, and your request has been granted by the voters of Lake County. The people are entrusting you with their property, their children, their lifestyles, and their very freedoms. This is going to be the most challenging job you will ever have. Recently, I learned that you are an athlete, having played football, basketball, and baseball in high school, and later doing very well in the sport of powerlifting. But it's your bench pressing, appropriately enough, that will serve you best in this new position. Some days it will feel like you're carrying the weight of the world as you agonize over the decisions you will soon be making on a daily basis. It is no small responsibility, issuing orders and judgments that directly impact a person's life. You will be working harder than you have ever worked before. Your brain will be fried as you apply the complicated laws and sentencing guidelines to very real cases.
You're going to scare them off.
I'm not through. Both you and Diana's hearts will skip a beat every time that phone jarringly rings at 2 o'clock in the morning for a restraining order. You will no longer only be responsible for your own and your family's welfare, you will now be awesomely responsible for the welfare of the community. But the good news is that you will not have to shoulder this burden alone. You will have good counsel of your fellow judges. We are always here for each other. Additionally, you will have the best court staff imaginable working with you. Although incredibly overworked and underpaid, particularly in light of the recent court furloughs, the clerks and court executive officer daily deliver efficient and professional support services with a smile. They cover our backs.
Thank you.
And you already know we have a great team of attorneys practicing here. You're even related to a couple of them. So if I scared you earlier, I am only half sorry. A little fear is a good thing, and it will keep you on your toes and on top of your game. You will, however, love being a judge. There is no greater satisfaction than in working hard, honing your craft, and using your brain and your heart when applying the law to arrive at the right decision. It is the hardest job you will ever love. Welcome to the bench. At this point in the ceremony, Judge Blum would like to present to you certain framed remarks from Judge Learned Hand.
Mike, it's become a tradition in the Lake County Superior Court. I'll come down there and hand this to you. I didn't ask to approach.
Sit down.
To pass on this inscription from Justice Learned Hand to our newest judge. For those of you who aren't part of the legal community, Justice Hand is a very well-respected, very well-known justice from early last century, who, aside from having a very unusual name, Learned Hand, had a great deal of wisdom. This inscription, I'm told, was originally written in calligraphy style by Gail Golden, Judge Golden's wife. passed it on to Judge Crone, and it has become the custom in our court to pass it on to our newest judge. I won't read the entire inscription right now, but it talks about the joys and the frustrations of being a judge. Trust me, there are many of each. Why don't I step down and present it to you? I'm happy to present it to you for two reasons. One, it means I'm not the rookie anymore. And second, because it's been helpful to me, I'm sure it will be helpful to you. Trust me, there will be days when you're dragging at the end of the day. You've heard 140 cases, you've heard countless arguments. Some of them may occasionally seem petty, not very often. And you're not sure you accomplished much, and you're asking yourself, why am I doing this job? This will help explain why you're doing this job and why we all do this job. So, welcome to the bench.
At this point in the proceedings, we're going to have some remarks from other judges. And Judge Freeborn, you might even want to use the mic there, and I forgot to hand it to Andy. I apologize. Or this one can reach.
That's okay, I'll assume the position. Judge Lunas, Judge B, congratulations on your election. You went into law because it would provide you with an opportunity to serve your fellow man. Your new position will increase your ability to do just that. Always remember that service to humanity is the best work of life. The best work of life. You will soon find out you are a member of a great team. Judge Hedstrom commented on it. I will as well, because it is really true. You will come to appreciate your fellow judges and commissioners, your judicial secretary, bailiff, hard-working court clerks and reporters, the administrative staff, security officers, probation officers, court mediators, citizen jurors, grand jurors, and many others. A few reflections. You work with your fellow attorneys during your career to help resolve citizen problems. And you will continue to work with them in advancing this great purpose for which you all strive. And we are blessed to have a very good bench of attorneys here and a great degree of collegiality, which makes it a pleasure to work with. Learn to work with dispatch, but do not rush yourself or others. Do not forget to take time for your family and yourself. Right? Right. Concerning community activities, as noted in Judge David Rothman's valuable book on judicial conduct, remember that complete separation of judges from extrajudicial activities is neither possible nor wise. A judge should not become isolated from the community in which the judge lives. But there are limits you should know. As an aside, I would observe that our own Judge Blum provided useful commentary to Judge Rothman in his work. Thank you. Hopefully, when you retire, many years hence, you will be able to look back with gratification on a life of positive accomplishment. Finally, enjoy your life. And Happy New Year.
Judge Mann?
Judge Lunas, congratulations. In many ways, I'm kind of envious of you because you're starting out in a career that, to me, was the most rewarding career you could ever imagine. Being a judge was something that made me look forward to coming to work every day. You'll find new challenges every day. The rewards far outweigh the detriments. I have no doubt that you're going to be an excellent judge. Will fit in very well with the bench that now exists. And congratulations to you and to your family. Good luck to you.
Commissioner Lekowick?
see people, don't make them glad to see you twice. Once when you show up and once when you leave. And so I'm going to follow that advice as far as speaking here. I'm not going to say a whole lot, but I will tell you, I've been impressed when you've appeared in front of me in court. You're always well prepared, you know your case, and you state it succinctly and well. What I'm more impressed with is attitude. You have a very good. You seem to. The PJ shut my mic off. Shortened it even more than I intended. At any rate, the thing that really impressed me is your attitude. From the time that you won the election, you started showing up at judges' meetings to find out what we're doing and how we do it. You had very good input. You were also a joy to work with because you're cooperative and eager and participate fully. It was very nice to see. You picked up some of the books that I had, made copies of several things, and were basically ready to go to work before you're actually sworn in. And it's nice to see that kind of eagerness and attitude, and I think it will serve you well, especially when combined with the way that you performed as an attorney and the way you present yourself. I think you'll do the same thing on the bench, and that is always be well prepared. You'll present yourself well, and you'll be fair to people. One last thing, I think you will enjoy the job. You are dealing with the problems that people have from the time they're born till the time they die, literally, in this job. And there are a lot of joys that go along with that. In fact, last year we had a family member with a granddaughter that was adopted. Her in court, it's pretty significant for me to realize how significant those types of things are. And those are the things that you get to deal with in this job that you don't have in other jobs. Also, you're coming into the law at a time when the law is changing pretty rapidly. Science is changing around us. The kind of companies that exist, the communications that we have, the transport that we have, and the advances in DNA. I was reading the Daily Journal last week, and there's a lawsuit over who has the rights to particular DNA forms by way of patent and so forth. And huge kinds of issues that no one even thought of 30 years ago that didn't exist. And that's what you're going to be dealing with then and in the future. So good luck to you. I think you'll do extremely well.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge Palou.
We need a longer court.
Well, again, first of all, Mike, congratulations. Congratulations to your wife and your family. Becoming a judge is obviously a significant accomplishment. Get ready for a lot of major changes in your life. If it works in your family the way it works in mine, you'll be working a lot of long hours, and she'll be traveling a lot. Just a suggestion. I've had the pleasure, seriously, I've had the pleasure of having Mike in front of me in court many times. I will echo the comments of my peers. He comes to court prepared, he's knowledgeable, he's a professional. I have no doubt, Mike, you're going to be an excellent judge. You're joining a small but very busy court. According to the statistics that we have, we should have 6 judges. We have 4. Actually, I guess we have 4 and a half. They count them as half. That's what they do.
0.6.
So you'll be busy. You will handle major cases from early on. You will handle everything from small claims to major litigations. You will handle infractions to homicides within a very short period of time. That's not an experience you get in most counties, but it is what happens here. In other words, you get thrown into the deep end. Your decisions will have a real impact on a lot of this community. You're 1/4 of the bench. You will handle 1/4 of all the cases here. So you will have a major effect on Lake County. As has been said earlier, we have an excellent staff, however, to help you. You will enjoy working with them. It is an absolute pleasure. There are a few less of them than there used to be because of budget cuts, but those that are here are excellent and have great attitude. They're a pleasure to work with. In terms of the other judges, I'll let you decide that for yourself. Seriously, we work together, we're collegial. All decisions are made by consensus. He's not a dictator, even if he'd like to be. He's not. So your opinion will be sought out and respected from the beginning. What that means is you have to go to a lot of meetings. Sorry. I know you will like the job. I know you will find it rewarding and challenging. And congratulations, Caroline. Welcome to the bench.
Judge Herrick.
Little stretch.
Little stretch. Get out of the way.
Well, Mike, it's time. It seems like yesterday, but 18 years ago, I sat where you are. If you're like me, you're filled with anticipation, you're a little bit awestruck. You wonder how you're going to live up to the confidence that the voters expressed in you. And like all of us that come before you, I think you have faith in your own ability. I know you're determined. I ran 2 political campaigns myself. I know that you worked very hard for what you've gotten, and congratulate you for that. This job is the most rewarding thing that you can possibly do. I know you've had a great legal career so far, and helped a lot of people. But what you can do from this bench is far superior to that. And I know you'll put your best effort forward, and I have no doubt, like the others, I have no doubt that you will succeed. So if you're ready, enough speeches. I'll be happy to join you in the well and miss the oath. If you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Michael S. Loomis,
I, Michael S. Loomis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations, Judge Loomis. Welcome. Switch places. And, robe. You have to have one of those.
humbled and overwhelmed by this occasion and by everybody I see here. You know, I have not been this nervous in court. Going back, I think, 31 years or so when I walked in here for my first trial with Peter Windrum and Judge Golden was on the bench, and thankfully no trial happened that day because he told us to go out in the hall and settle it. He wasn't going to hear the matter that morning. But I have not, can honestly say I have not been as nervous in court since that first time walking in here. I want to thank my family for being here. It's it makes it much easier to have the support of your family. Also, my Uncle Bill's here in the audience out there. Bill, thanks for being here. Bill gave me my start in the law here in Lake County. I'm a local boy, but I was in school down in Southern California, not sure whether or not I was going to stay in Southern California or come home, and I made the decision to come home and start practice up here and practice with Bill, and the rest is history, as they say. I've enjoyed, the campaign's been mentioned a couple of times, and I've just, when you're out campaigning, you get a lot of input from people, a lot of advice, a lot of suggestions about how things should be done, generally in the county, what's wrong with the county, what's right about it. But all that aside, on a couple of occasions at events afterwards, the sort of, the critique you get from people about yourself, on a couple of occasions, some folks said, when you get elected judge, you're going to have to stop talking so much. You're going to just get to the point, make your point, and move on. So I'm going to try starting today to do that, because I do have a tendency to, to go over things perhaps more than once, as I think most of the judges here could probably attest to. But I would like to just comment a bit about my observations over the last 30 years being a practicing lawyer in Lake County, and they've been touched on already, but they're worth repeating. The first is that we are and have been blessed with really great judges in Lake County, and a number of them are right here saying very nice things about me, which is it's just wonderful to hear, and I do my best to uphold their confidence and their trust. But what I want to say is I've learned so much from all of you gentlemen, both as a practicing lawyer, because I think I had a case on the opposite side of everyone here. I think everyone, yes, even cases with when Andy and Steve were in the DA's office, but I think I litigated a case with every lawyer here. Rick and I had cases together. Judge Freeborn and I had cases together. Art, we had a case or two very early on, and I certainly had a number of cases with Judge Herrick, but both through the attorneys and as judges, I've learned so much from you gentlemen, and I really, part of the confidence and trust that I have, the faith that I have, the determination I will be able to do this job is in large part due to watching you gentlemen perform, how you've conducted yourselves in the courtroom, and how you've handled cases, and how you've rendered decisions. So thank you for that. And second, there has been and is a great bar of lawyers here in Lake County, and always has been. I was thinking earlier today when I was up here bouncing around the hallways with nervous energy, I was thinking about some of the lawyers that were practicing when I started practicing. I can still remember Fred Crump. I think it was in Department 3, doors flying open. We had a case together. Doors come flying open, and Fred's pushing through in his dignified and stately manner, saying, "Lunas, I need to talk to you." And, Bruce Bruckler, Phil Crawford, and all of you that are still here. I've learned so much from the bar, both past and present. There is just a great stock of qualified and excellent attorneys that has made it really a blessing to practice every day, and made the law not only worthwhile but fun while we've served our clients. But I do want to take the opportunity to say a few words about Judge Herrick. I practiced with Judge Herrick as attorney for at least a dozen years. I think it's about right, and had a great relationship. And the fact he's been on the bench for 18 years is just amazing to me. I can remember the first time I walked through the doors there after Dave have been sworn in, and it just seems like yesterday. I don't know where the last 18 years have gone, but I have, in my time on the fourth floor, I would say I've spent the majority of it in Judge Herrick's department. And as I've said, Judge, if I can do this job half as well as you've done it, I will count myself a success. Well, for your must be 18 years or so as an attorney, 18 years as a judge, 36 years serving the community in the law, please join me in congratulating Judge Herrick. I am looking forward to becoming part of the team, and that's the way I see it, becoming part of the team, not only of the judges, but of the staff. And I want to thank you all so much for your welcome, for the assistance you've given me in the last month. Your treatment of me has been nothing short of wonderful. I feel comfortable, welcome, and ready to get to work. The only promise I'm going to make is that I will do my utmost. I will do my absolute utmost and very best to uphold the trust and confidence you've given me, and I will do my absolute best every day to be the best judge that I can be. 2012 has been a long year. I think it was a year ago, right around now, that the campaign started toward the primary. You know, it was a balancing of campaign, keeping the law practice going, getting to the primary, balancing life's challenges along the way. The primary having been done, a little downtime, moving toward the general election again, balancing practice, campaign, life's challenges. A big fire on September 21st. Fire as it's known in our house. Yeah, 3 weeks of life, campaign, practice, going on hiatus while we survived. But it was one of those tests. I think it was one of those tests along the way that is put there for you to either plow through, jump over, or run around and get to the other side. And we did that. And because of that, because of 2012, many thanks are due to so many people who supported me in the campaign and in other ways, so many people that gave assistance in the campaign and in life, and the fire in the building, and assistance with practice and that sort of thing. I mean, this community is really something, and the fire that day, if I didn't know it before then, I did then, because the outpouring of support from the community, the county, there were people stopping in the street that day, offering to come up and move things, trucks, come. I mean, it was just, I can't go into the details, it's just crazy. Fellow lawyers offering to cover cases and practice, and people offering to bring food over, and just anything that needed to happen. We are so proud to be part of this community and this county. And thank you. I'm not going to. So many of you need thanks. I hope I've thanked you personally along the way. But thank you so much to you individually and to the community as a whole for getting us through 2012. To my family, particularly, kids, I know I haven't always been there physically and emotionally over the last year. Thank you for putting up with me in times when I wasn't at my best. Thank you for all your support and everything you've done. It warms my heart to know that I have kids that are willing to drop everything and come help me out. Last, certainly not least, Anna, most important, thanks go to you. Diana and I have been married 25 years this year. In August, we'll celebrate our 25th anniversary. And like other periods of time I've talked about, I don't know where the 25 years has gone. It just seems like yesterday. But you made countless contributions to our family, to our life, and to this last year. I love you more than anything. Thank you for all you've done for me. I think I've broken my rule about